I also believe that we can accomplish anything with our two hands. I was playing for the Calgary Stampeders. We were playing the BC Lions. I was so excited. 2 days later, I got cut. The dream shattered. All right, don't let this smile fool you. Because this is 260 pounds of kick somebody's ass around here.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe in your potential, and I want to see that thing that you've got inside you explode out into the world to have a big impact for you, your family, and the world. So to help you on your journey today, we're going to learn from actor, producer, and former professional wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and my take on his top 10 rules for success, volume 2. Rule number 2 is my personal favorite, and I'd love to know which one you guys like the best. And as always, guys, as you're watching, if you hear something that really resonates with you, please leave it down in the comments below and put quotes around it so other people can be inspired. And when you write it down, it's much more likely to stick for yourself as well. Enjoy.
I think a lot of people look up to you in terms of a role model for achieving your ambitions.
Sure.
What is your advice for people watching this going, I want to do that thing. I love the way that you do this. How do I go about doing it? What is your golden rule?
I don't know if there's a golden rule. I can tell you this, that I believe anything is possible, right? I live in the world of possibility. And I also believe that we can accomplish anything with our two hands and just putting in the work with our two hands. And also, you hear this often, but it's really true. You got to find something, if you love what you do and be passionate about what you do and find something that you can be passionate like, it really helps. You know, it gives you that motivation when you wake up in the morning.
You just earned yourself a dance with the devil, boy.
Just got to show you guys this view. It is spectacular of one of my favorite cities in the world, Vancouver, Canada. And look, I've dropped my blood and sweat in this city, wrestled multiple matches in this city, shot big movies in this city. But one thing that a lot of people don't know that I want to share with you guys is when I was 22 years old, I came to this city for the first time. I was playing in the Canadian Football League, playing my first pro football game. I was playing for the Calgary Stampeders. We were playing the BC Lions. I was so excited. 2 days later, I got cut. The dream shattered, sent home with $7 in my pocket. I was like, wait, no, I got to play in the NFL eventually. Those are my big goals. That's my dream. You realize that playing in the NFL was the best thing that never happened because it got me here. So my point is, look, you're going to get your ass kicked. We're going to get the shit kicked out of us. You got to get up. You got to have faith that the one thing you wanted to happen oftentimes is the best thing that never happened. So have faith and just keep that in mind and keep plugging away.
Look at me. Do I look afraid?
When I was at the height of my career in the WWE, I felt that for the very first time that I was close to accomplishing everything that I wanted to accomplish in wrestling. And I quietly walked away. Kind of shook me a little bit because wrestling was all I knew at that time. And I had dabbled in acting, but yet I also felt that I wanted to do more. And I wanted to achieve more, and I wanted to grow. I wanted to grow as a person. I wanted to grow as an entertainer, and that I wanted to reach as many people as possible. Not for the box office value of it, but for the connection. And I had come from a world where I was connecting with an audience every night, and I wanted that connection. And I wanted to not only be good as an actor, but if I made the transition into acting, I wanted to be great. I knew going in, the cards are stacked against me. There's a shelf life to a career if I just wanted to get by on popularity. I didn't want to be in that position. I wanted longevity. If that's the goal, then I have to do everything I could possibly do to know the business of Hollywood. From top to bottom, from acting to marketing to an executive level to a producing level to a directing level, and just know it as a whole, that would inherently make me a greater asset. And I appreciate all the people in the beginning of my career as I was coming up who took the time, who took the effort, who took me in, because I had to educate myself, and I had to be a student of the game. Know your business. Know your business and become a student of the game, and surround yourself with brilliant people and go to work.
I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
I did a lot of my growing up in Hawaii and all my years of struggling as a family. I was evicted out of Hawaii. We were evicted out of our little efficiency, forced to move, forced to leave Hawaii. My grandfather years ago bought the wrestling promotion in Hawaii, and he struggled with it. He died struggling. My grandmother took over the wrestling promotion. She became the first woman promoter in pro wrestling in a very cutthroat, shark-infested world. And anyway, Hawaii just always represented so much struggle. I started getting arrested when I was 14 years old, doing a lot of stupid shit I shouldn't have been doing. I was, at that time when we got evicted out of our efficiency, I thought it was the worst thing that could ever happen, and actually at that time it was, but now in hindsight it was the greatest thing to ever happen, because it forced me into this mindset, honestly, of hard work, because I was like, if I could do anything, I would do everything I can to make sure we never get evicted again. And anyway, that kind of mentality drives me today.
I got a plan. Might get us both killed, but if it works, it'll be a totally boss story. Cool?
But wait, I need one more chance to prove that
Okay.
I could too be a maybe Greek god. Because that's my other favorite part of the film. We're kind of like, is he or is he not?
Exactly.
We don't know, which I love. That's the new take. Because
Yeah,
you
that's
kind
a
of
new
leave
take.
it like, believe in yourself.
That's
and
the
whether
most
you're a god
important
or
thing,
not.
is just believing in yourself and,
Right.
and embracing who you were born to be. So, by the way, like you're biracial, I'm biracial, right? I'm black Samoan, you're black white. Yeah, exactly.
Hybrids.
So, oftentimes, hybrids, right? And oftentimes, like when you're younger, you know, we struggle sometimes with identity. Oh, I wish I was a little bit more like that, or I wish I wasn't different. But, you know, overall, the message of Hercules, how I bring this whole thing back
Right.
around is, our most powerful and most important is when we just embrace who we are.
What's going on?
Daddy's gotta go to work.
Training and some sort of physical activity becomes my anchor every day. Try and stay focused. For me, I got to get up at 3:45 in the morning. I do my cardio. I'll have my breakfast. Then I'll go train and hit the iron. Then I'll go to set. And if I could get those things done before I go to set, then I could work for the next 12, 14, 16 hours.
All right, empty gym, the way we like it. It's Sunday, just finished my warm-up. It is family day, it's Lord's Day. It is also leg day. So, this pain ought to be fun. Happy Sunday. All right, Saturday afternoon, empty gym, the way we like it, tripping over here. It's leg day, which means it's gonna be sweaty, painful, and fun. Focus!
Come on, get it. Come on. 4 left, come on. 1 more, come on. Good.
Focus! All right, workout number 2. I'm out working all my competition. All right, empty gym, the way we like it, getting ready to get after it. Me and my favorite training partner. Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home.
You want forgiveness?
What inspires me in terms of what I do in film or TV or anything else, by the way, any other platform, the first thing that comes to mind when I read a script or a television project that we're either producing or in front of the camera or behind the camera is, will the audience like it? That is my number one thing I think about. Is will the audience like it? Will the audience like this TV show that I'm putting up? For example, Ballers. Will the audience like Ballers? Will the audience like this role? Will the audience like this movie, like a San Andreas? Will the audience like it? And then that's part 1. Part 1B is, will I like it? Am I going to enjoy playing this? Because look, cameras don't lie, and as good as an actor as I am, or as I think I am, if I didn't feel anything and it wasn't coming from here, my heart, my soul, even if it's a comedy or a dramatic role, action, joke, whatever it is,
TV, digital, Instagram, whatever. If I wasn't feeling it, then you guys would be able to tell.
You are known as one of the nicest, most pleasant people in show business, but you're also a really big boss that gets a lot of things done. So how do you balance being nice and having to lay the smack down?
There's a few things. I always try and make sure that I find time every day to be grateful for everything that I have. When you start off our days finding things to be grateful for, it inevitably leads to a greater happiness. So every day I wake up, I'm a grateful man for everything that I have, but I'm also very quick to make sure that when something needs to get done, and you have to either articulate it to somebody else, and you have to set a protocol, and you have to set parameters, and you have to lay the smack down, you gotta do it in a firm way. I do it in a kind way, but I also do it in a firm way. And when it comes to laying the smack down, if anybody's rude or if anybody is treating other people rudely or unkindly, I'll happily step in. And they don't want any bit of this. All right, don't let this smile fool you. Because this is 260 pounds of kick somebody's ass around here. You better get your tickets in the car, you're gonna get shot.
My sole interest in getting involved in Twitter and Facebook was to motivate or inspire or entertain. I did yesterday what they wouldn't, so today I can accomplish what they can't. Tweet. And in that, it goes out to the millions.
He's half black and half Samoan. Knowing the culture, loving the dances, he's very, very proud of who he is.
I'm proud of The Rock because he represents our country. I want to be The Rock. He's like common everywhere in the world.
I really like that he came back to his alma mater.
Tiger Pride.
I think he's pretty famous, especially to me.
Kevin Hart is buff as f***. Yes, he is. The Rock is okay too. What's that phrase? Oh, go f*** yourself. Dwayne could wear anything, or better yet, nothing, and he looks sexier than any other man. I'm spitting. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Jason Statham. Thank you. Hey, Rock, if you ever become a DJ, will you call yourself DJ? All right, look, that's so stupid, it's so funny. Whoever you are who just sent that comment, I love it. I will call myself DJ Tripod. Mr. Mata can make a suit out of crocus material, AKA a burlap sack, with a corn husk and straw woven pocket square, and then let The Rock wear it. Dwayne, you would still look hot as f***, like a tall, sexy, muscular scarecrow. What the f*** kind of drugs have you been doing? Dude, I appreciate the love. You are smoking way too much devil's lettuce right now. Literally die. This is the most cringeworthy shitty bullshit on the internet. Do you not know how YouTube works, you maggot? This isn't TV or one of your shitty movies. Die. Wow. I know a lot of government officials in high places. I can make you go away. This is some cheese. The Rock has his own channel. I can't believe it. It's like looking at a grown-up man who doesn't know how to jump rope. No disrespect, bro. Hey, let me tell you something. I ain't your fucking bro, all right? And if I ever see you out on the streets, I will knock your teeth so far down your fucking throat, you'll stick a toothbrush up your ass to brush them. And then you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking jump rope. That's what I'm gonna do.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Keep waiting, bitch.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I made this video because David Uyen asked me to. If there's someone you'd like me to cover in a future top 10, check out the link in the description and go and cast your vote. I'd also love to know, what did you learn from this video? What lesson really hit home the hardest? What are you going to immediately apply somehow to your life or to your business? Leave it down in the comments below. I'm really curious to find out. I also want to give a quick shout out to the Josh Speaks. Thank you so much, man, for picking up a copy of my book, Your One Word, doing that collaboration on your channel. I really, really appreciate the support, man. If you guys haven't checked out the Josh Speaks, go look at his YouTube channel. There's a lot of great content there. Thank you, man. And I'm so glad you enjoyed the book.
I feel so honored to be able to directly pass this video along to Evan so that he can share his ideas on what it means to live a life of purpose, which ultimately is all about being your best self.
Thank you guys again for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon.
My biggest Hercules challenge would have, it probably would have been when I was 24 years old. I grew up in a world of wrestling, and I love wrestling. My dad was a wrestler. My grandfather was a wrestler. But then I fell in love with the game of football, American football, and I played that. And I played it till I was 24 years old. And when I was 24 years old, I got I got released from the football team I was playing with in Canada. It was a CFL team, which is the Canadian Football League. It's Canada's version of pro football. And I got released. And when I got released, I had $7 in my pocket. I literally had $7 in my pocket. I had no place to live. I had to move back in with my parents at 24 years old, man. And that was a really sobering experience for me. I battled depression at that time. I had no money, didn't know what I was going to do in my life. So that was my version of Hercules in terms of battling back from something big. And it also wound up inspiring me to, get off my ass and get to work.
What did you learn in WWE that really helped with your Hollywood career now? Is it the stage presence and that sort of thing, and interacting with the crowd, or the fan thing? What is it?
I think it was all of those things. I think it was interacting with the crowd and having like a live crowd acumen that you have that helps you, because you want to connect with an audience. It's the exact same thing of what Kevin does. You want to connect with an audience. Every night is a different audience, a different energy.
I was raised in a household where my old man was kicking the shit out of me at an early age, teaching me hard work and discipline. I was up before the sun with him, and in wrestling, a world that I grew up in, professional wrestling, and especially in the 80s, 70s, 80s, where wrestling was a lot different than it is today. There was no off seasons. Obviously, there's no off season in wrestling, and there's no off season then, and there's no off season now. So I think having that mentality of no off season and being in a constant state of training and trying to get better. And by the way, it's like, look, I've got a lot of professional athletes who are my friends, UFC fighters, to pro football players, pro soccer players, amateur, weekend warriors. The greatest part, I think, about training is, and I always tell this to people, is, look, you can't play football forever. I played for 10 years. You can't be in the ring forever. You can't be in the octagon forever. You can't be in a boxing ring forever, or a football field, but you can always train and get better and push yourself. Work begets work, and I always enjoy working, and I love what I do in terms of making movies, so I'm always preparing for some sort of role that keeps me lean and mean.
So let me give you the one-word secret to happiness. One word. This is all you need to be happy.
The most important word ever.
If you had to think of one word that's most important to you, or that sums you up, or that would be kind of like a little beacon.
Hey Believe Nation, if you want to know what the most important one word is for Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Oprah Winfrey, will.i.am, and Howard Schultz, I have a very special secret video for you. Check the description for details.